Biggest Mansions in America 2022. Owning the most luxurious and elegant mansion may just be the pinnacle of living a lavish lifestyle. Welcome back to Independent Luxury, where we give you a peek of the luxurious life you wish to live. In this video, we will be discussing several of the world's biggest mansions located right here in America. Coming in at number 4, Arden House. Due to its size and opulent surroundings, this home has historical significance that is likely worth hundreds of millions of dollars, specifically around $1.75 million in today's currency. With its numerous precious artworks, sculptures, tapestries, and lavish furnishings, this magnificent 97,188 square foot property has today been elevated to the status of the pinnacle of unwavering class. Even though it is enormous, the mansion only takes up a small portion of the state's total 355 acres. There is a 125-acre private lake on site, which, while taking away some of the excitement of skinny dipping, opens up a wide range of opportunities for private sailing, fishing, and other water-related sports. Along with a sizable pool, tennis courts, and other facilities, this vast piece of property is covered in forests and other types of vegetation. The manor was constructed in the Chateauesque style, and its towering masonry affirms eminence, class, and fortune. The inside is equally stunning. The house is an architectural marvel. There are 97 guest rooms in the Arden home. Outside of the rooms, each has opulent furniture, a distinctive environment, and is prepared to satisfy your every need. The use of marble and brick to create lovely forms in the hallways, along with vivid artwork like tapestries, paintings, and statues, is a striking example of exquisite taste. Make your tour of the home feel as though you are in a museum or an art gallery because of the enormous French windows that face out into the beautiful outdoor scenery, and let natural light highlight this magnificent show of wealth. Without a doubt, the manor was designed with comfort and taste in mind. One of the attractions of this exquisite home is the sitting room, a masterpiece of architecture. Its design just has one goal: to look stunning. This room exudes majesty simply from the rich, royal red drapes. However, this room is the perfect example of how money, taste, and high class can produce a wonderful work of art with its grand design, oak woodwork, imported tapestries, comfy designer furniture, and serene environment. Stone carvings are used to embellish the ceilings. The music room, which is greatly influenced by the music halls of European castles and palaces, is lit by a set of 1 large and 4 smaller chandeliers. Although only one family formerly called this exquisite edifice home, the Research Institute for Natural Conservation currently owns it. Number 3. Bel Air Mega Mansion. Early in 2021, the Bel Air Mega House was completed, and it was really worth the wait. With extravagant furnishings, conveniences, and comfort that only millions of money can purchase, the 105,000 square foot estate is a true sumptuous haven. The Bel Air Mega Mansion, sometimes referred to as the One, features 20 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms, and 2 enormous dining rooms, and a cutting-edge kitchen that would make even the most opulent restaurants green with envy. A 30-car parking facility is also available. While the majority of people would consider these features to be enough to qualify as their ideal home, Neil Miami had bigger dreams and ordered an incredible wine cellar with space for 10,000 bottles. Can you picture the interior of a millionaire's mansion without a pool? The One actually has 5 of them. There's a private casino, a nightclub, and a bowling alley for people who would rather not get wet. Without a private theater, it would obviously not be a movie producer's dream home. But you will likely need to view some of Neil Nayami's films when visiting the house though. If all of this doesn't scream extravagance, some of the walls are actually aquariums filled with fluorescent jellyfish. After hearing all of this, it would come as quite a shock to discover that the house is entirely minimalist in style. They are worth several $100,000 on their own because of the marble walls and glass panels. Since the entire property exudes a sense of order and cleanliness, the furniture is anything but lavish. The house was worth $500 million when it was done. Number 2. The Ohika. On the peak of the prime Long Island, this castle was constructed. Ohika Castle in America is the second largest mansion. This architectural marvel is the size of 2 white houses and is named after its first owner Otto Hermann Kahn's acronyms. The 109,000 square foot home was constructed in 1919 and served as the model for the Great Gatsby novel because it illustrated that time's opulent way of life. As ludicrous as that seems, Otto Kahn spent the equivalent of $158 million to create this opulent house, where he frequently hosted 600 of his closest friends. After Kahn's passing, the property changed ownership. Ohika Castle was abandoned in the late 1970s after being reoccupied multiple times. For less than $1.5 million, Gary Milius was able to save this opulent house from demolition. 5 years later, he spent an additional $37 million to restore this wonderful piece of American history to its pristine condition. This makeover is still the most expensive in the United States. Milius spent every penny possible to make precise duplicates for Otto Kahn's idea. The owner also spent a fortune renovating the old railings and marble floors. With stunning chandeliers hanging above the staircase and elegant furnishings all around, the home entrance today is a recreation of how it appeared during the Roaring '20s. The ballroom, where events used to take place from twilight until dawn and more, is now a restaurant. 127 rooms make up the hotel attached to the home, where visitors are treated like royalty. There are numerous indulgences and luxuries as well. The majority of the Ohika Castle, including the library, school, lounge terraces, and corridors, have been left largely unaltered by Gary since it was erected in 1919. The original indoor pool, a rarity when the remarkable home was first constructed, is the valued possession of the property. The house is encircled by 443 acres of vegetation. And in number 1, Biltmore Estate. The 178,926 square foot Biltmore Estate comes in the list at last. The largest mansion ever constructed in America, this enormous residence is situated in Asheville, North Carolina, and was constructed more than 120 years ago to house the family of George Washington Vanderbilt. Compared to other houses on this list, a huge industry was dedicated to building Vanderbilt's castle, which cost astounding sums of money. It's difficult to imagine the enormous effort that it must have taken to build this opulent palace, but over 1,000 workers toiled non-stop for 3 years to produce this wonderful work of art. Before you go inside this magnificent estate, you can already see its majesty. There are embellishments, gargoyles, trefoils, flowing tracery, and more all over the facade. This, however, is nothing compared to the main staircase, which has a 3-story high, elaborately adorned winding railing with statues of Joan of Arc and St. Louis. Karl Bitter, a well-known Austrian sculptor, carved these statues by hand. In charge of maintaining the 125,000 acres of nearby parks, gardens, and landscapes was Frederick Law Olmsted, the designer of New York Central Park. Along with the landscaped gardens, there is a conservatory, fountains, stables, a number of ponds, and a lagoon that was formerly used for rowing and fishing. There is also an outdoor tea room. Just hold off on entering the winter garden if the outside impresses you. The Winter Garden is worth the same as an entire Asheville home on its own. This isn't just a space, it's a model for an exhibition in and of itself because the tapestries are now almost priceless, just like the 10,000 books in 8 languages in the library. The 2-story tall library seems as though it were plucked from a fantasy book. Any reader will find this room to be a haven because of the Baroque details, splendid fireplace, and precious furnishings. One of the largest chandeliers in the entire world can be seen at the Biltmore. It is a 4-story high work of art that hangs next to the grand staircase and was handcrafted using 72 light bulbs. The master bedroom is undoubtedly one of the most opulent spaces in the castle, just as it was in European castles where George's chamber was connected to his wife's. However, with specially crafted furnishings, both rooms are a tribute to Vanderbilt's style and unshakable taste. Going through all 250 rooms and detailing in detail all the extravagant decorations and amazing furniture will take about a month or so. Bottom line, breathtaking decorations and chic pieces of art are hanging from the walls. You're undoubtedly asking where all these people would eat since the home has 3 kitchens, 43 bathrooms, and 35 bedrooms. Of course, everyone feeds at the banquette. This unique interior work of art, which can accommodate 60 guests, is known for its triple fireplace that is adorned with tapestries and stone carvings on both sides. Several enormous chandeliers hang from the magnificently recorded 70-foot high ceiling, making it one of the fanciest, though not the safest, places to eat. There are also 65 fireplaces in all, a heated swimming pool with a capacity of 70,000 gallons, a bowling alley, and a gym with state-of-the-art equipment. For the turn of the 20th century, that is, to make this enormous structure cozier in the winter. The Bachelor's Wing, as it is eloquently known, is an entire wing devoted to amusement. It has a room for playing pool, one for smoking, and of course, one for ghostly encounters. This house cannot be adequately described in words. To experience the Vanderbilt's opulence and royal tastes, one surely needs to pay a visit. And there you have it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to tune in for more videos like this. Again, this is Independent Luxury, where we give you a peek of the luxurious life you wish to live. See you next time!